Visceral fat, often called belly fat, is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it serves a real biological purpose. It cushions and protects internal organs. But when present in excess, it becomes a silent saboteur, contributing to a dangerous condition known as metabolic syndrome. This syndrome, characterized by a combination of elevated waist circumference, high blood pressure, increased blood sugar, abnormal triglycerides, and low levels of HDL, good cholesterol, dramatically heightens the risk of heart disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes. And while this once seemed like a concern limited to older adults, the unsettling reality is that it's now increasingly common in younger populations. Current estimates suggest that 1 in 5 young adults in the US may already be on this dangerous path. The modern Western diet, with its abundance of refined carbohydrates, sugary snacks, and ultra-processed foods, undoubtedly plays a role in this growing problem. What's more alarming is that many people, especially younger adults, are developing these risk factors while still outwardly appearing healthy. Normal weight does not guarantee metabolic health. Hidden visceral fat, masked by average BMIs and temporarily active metabolisms, may silently set the stage for future chronic disease, even in individuals who believe they are doing just fine. But the science offers hope, particularly through something as accessible as diet. A promising new study from Vanderbilt University Medical Center sheds light on how a small dietary change, such as replacing high-carbohydrate snacks with tree nuts, can influence not just fat accumulation, but the actual gene activity within abdominal fat itself. This kind of change operates not only on the level of what you see on a scale or in your waistline, but deep within the cellular and metabolic infrastructure of the body. In this controlled study, participants who swapped animal crackers, pretzels, and granola bars for a daily dose of mixed, unsalted tree nuts, including almonds, walnuts, cashews, pistachios, and others, experienced beneficial changes in their fat tissue. Although the study period of 16 weeks was likely too short to see significant reductions in stored fat composition, researchers did observe a meaningful shift in gene expression within the abdominal adipose tissue. These gene activity changes were associated with improved fat metabolism, enhanced cholesterol clearance, and lower inflammation, 3 crucial defenses against metabolic syndrome. Still, these findings must be understood within a broader context. This wasn't a miracle transformation. It wasn't a dramatic drop in waist size or a total metabolic overhaul. Instead, it was a slow, molecular-level shift in how the body began processing and responding to nutrients, subtle changes with the potential to yield major benefits over time if sustained. That's a critical lesson. In the age of quick fixes and fad diets, this study is a reminder that real metabolic health changes tend to be incremental, often invisible at first, but profoundly important. It's also a warning that focusing only on calories or even food groups like carbs versus fats may miss the bigger picture. Carbohydrate-rich snacks, even when not overtly sugary, appear to promote a more metabolically disruptive environment in the body, particularly when they displace more nutrient-dense alternatives. Highly processed, refined carbs may contribute to visceral fat accumulation and inflammatory gene expression in ways we're just beginning to understand. The temporary satisfaction they offer pales in comparison to the long-term metabolic cost. This doesn't mean nuts are a cure-all. The study has clear limitations: a small participant pool, reliance on self-reported food intake, and a short study duration. Even more importantly, nuts alone won't undo the damage of a consistently poor diet, lack of exercise, high stress, and insufficient sleep. They are, however, a promising piece of the puzzle, especially when replacing lower-quality snacks. Nuts bring more than just healthy fats. They're packed with micronutrients, antioxidants, fiber, and plant-based protein. These compounds work in harmony to support heart and brain health, stabilize blood sugar, and reduce inflammation. Still, the kind of nuts and how they're prepared matters. Choosing raw or dry-roasted, unsalted options is essential to avoid the negative effects of added sodium and oils. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking all nut products are healthy, but those sugar-coated, oil-fried versions sold in bulk bins or snack packs don't deliver the same benefits, and in some cases, may do more harm than good. The bigger takeaway is this: metabolic syndrome isn't just about visible weight gain or poor cholesterol readings. It's about the cumulative effects of diet, stress, inactivity, and poor sleep on the intricate balance of systems in the body. What you eat, especially in the form of snacks, either fuels inflammation and fat dysfunction or gently nudges your body toward repair, balance, and resilience. Replacing 1 or 2 carbohydrate-heavy snacks a day with a modest handful of nuts might not seem revolutionary. But inside the body, those handfuls are prompting genes to function differently, encouraging the fat around your organs to behave more healthfully, and potentially lowering your lifetime risk of serious illness. That is the power of small, consistent choices, and that is also the warning. Because the flip side is just as true. Every graham cracker, every handful of pretzels, every overlooked sugary bar is a small step in the wrong direction. Metabolic syndrome isn't just a collection of numbers on a chart. It's a silent, progressive state of decline that often goes unnoticed until it's too late. But it can be slowed and even reversed by consistent dietary shifts rooted in whole foods and nutrient-rich snacks. The science is there. It's up to us to listen before the damage becomes permanent.